Welcome to GearCheckGames. This is part 34 of our commentary of WarioWare.
Smooth sailing.
But no, it's more Wind Waker. Last time we picked up a couple of Triforce shards at various locations throughout the Great Sea, whose names I can't presently remember, and a Triforce shard. And in this part, we're going to go to a platform.
Joe, why?
Because it's... Why does a man climb a ladder, Trey?
You almost have $4,000 as a child. You don't need to climb this ladder.
Yeah, Link's pretty much set, isn't he? Although, I don't know what the exchange rate on rupees to US dollars would be.
Oh, alright, he's just done.
That's not to talk about Breath of the Wild again, but here I go. One of my favorite strats in that game is just knocking guys into the water to one-shot them.
Oh yeah, no matter what they are. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, could you do that to like a Lionel?
To a who?
Lionels.
Oh, well, you can't stagger Lionels. You can only get them to like bow down. You can't like.
Because I know none of them are in areas where like water would be a hazard, or they're like programmed not to go anywhere near it.
Yeah.
But anywho, I guess I kind of like that platform because, like, you think it's gonna be easy. Oh, it's just two Goblins, and then a couple of Wizrobes show up. And it's like, you're not done.
And it's slightly less easy.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you even get? I didn't see what you got.
I got a very helpful skull necklace.
Yay.
Haven't we already got that reward?
Which we already completed the quest for, yeah.
Yay.
I don't know, wouldn't it have been weird if there was an edit like that early in the episode? Like, we're just getting sunk back into the wonderful world of Wind Waker.
This theme that's playing is the Good Morning theme from Ocarina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess Ocarina would have been the first game to feature that, wouldn't it?
Look at that big
Speaking of played out tasks, let's feed the fish again.
No, we have enough maps.
No, we don't.
The Cartographers Union is calling. They want their maps.
Trey, we gotta map them all, okay? And this island's actually important because we're not going to find a Triforce chart or shard here, but we are going to find something that's going to help us find a Triforce shard. So,
The Triforce Radar.
I guess when you think about this item, it's kind of just a more elaborate version of like a normal Triforce chart, where it's like, I don't know, we'll see what it is when we get to it. But like the island where we got our first shard, this island right here can only be accessed once we have the hook shot. And sorry for the inactivity here. I think I'm flipping through my maps. Probably should have removed this. Yeah, once you get, like, again, this is something that isn't really a problem when you're just playing the game for yourself, but having the Wii U gamepad with information displayed on the screen is nice for convenience, but, like, it results in a lot of nothing happening on the TV while you flip through your billion treasure charts to figure out which one is for this island.
Yeah. That reminds me of a small flavor thing. Oh, a heart piece. A small flavor thing they put in the Pikmin 1 and 2 versions on the Wii, the new play controls. Every time you throw a Pikmin or pluck a Pikmin, there's a sound effect that comes out of the Wii mode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and you can't capture that if you like are playing them and capturing them like a cap card. Like, that little extra flavor isn't there.
Yeah. I usually turn those off. Or I turn the volume on my Wii remote speakers down when I play Wii games just because, I don't know, I feel like the remote that I use is kind of, like, the speaker is kind of dying on me, so...
Oh, man.
I'd rather hear nothing than, like, a...
I currently have a
garbled
dying
noise.
Wiimote, so I feel you.
Although I guess for some games that's pretty much mandatory, like, I think in No More Heroes, I've never played it, but I've heard that in that game you get calls on your cell phone.
Yeah.
And the only way those are audible is by holding the Wii Remote speaker up to your ear.
That's true, and they give you crucial game information, so you have to listen to them.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna take that away from them, but.
Have you guys ever had the problem of like? Have you ever noticed that your Wiimotes like drain the batteries even when they're not on?
Yeah, well, I've noticed like coming back to a Wii remote after inactivity and having it be depleted more than it was the last time I used it.
I wonder if that's why they advertised the rechargeable Wiimote batteries, or the Wii batteries with docks so much.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think I had some like generic rechargeable batteries when I first got my Wii, but those ended up being like really unreliable. Like they just didn't last nearly as long.
Yeah.
And it seemed like the charge got less and less every time I used them, so I don't know, maybe I was doing something wrong, but it didn't seem like the optimal solution.
Yeah.
So
what I ended up doing was just like I had a little plastic bag that whenever I wasn't using the Wii remotes, I just took the batteries out and put it in the bag.
that makes sense.
Although it got a bit harder with the Wii remote cases.
Is this like a Lost Woods type of puzzle? Like you have to go through the certain order of pots?
Yes.
Yeah. The only difference here, though, is that, unlike the Lost Woods, there's no way to know which is the right pot until you go into it, so...
Trial and error.
Yeah. I mean, it's not super long. I get through here in just a couple minutes, so... Actually, I think this area right here is the last one before the reward you get. There is at least one alternate path you can take, which I showed a little while ago, but for the most part...
Oh yeah, there's the open chest that you already got.
Yeah, the vast majority of these pots lead you nowhere. Or back to the entrance, I guess.
This area reminds me of there's a dungeon in World of Warcraft called the Dead Mines. Like the end of the quest is like you like killing enemies on top of like a derelict, like scuttled pirate ship. So this kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Plus it's inside of a cave too.
It's kind of a simple area. Like you just got to pick the right pot, but I don't know. I like it. I like this aesthetic. Like it just feels like a kind of an eerie, forgotten place. And like I don't know, that's I think that's how you want your Zelda areas to be, like kind of have some mystery to them so that you're intrigued to explore them. But yeah, that is our reward for clearing this area, the ghost ship chart.
You got a chart that lets you find another chart that lets you find what you actually want, which is just a piece of what you're actually supposed to get.
Not in the Wii U version, Dan.
Oh.
That ghost ship has a Triforce shard on it in this version. Yeah.
Is it an optional shard or like you gotta?
Well, no, you have to get all 8.
Gotta catch them all.
But yeah, Wind Waker.
You just go to Ganon and it's just like, "Hi, you fool! You brought me. What is this?" He just looks at the Triforce and there's like a hole in it.
It's like incomplete. What if Ganon was the one who wouldn't allow Link back into Hyrule because he didn't have all of the Triforce shards assembled?
I mean, isn't it like, isn't the thing stopping you like Ganon's magical barrier?
No, I think what's stopping you is that the gods won't let you back in because you haven't proven yourself.
What?
The gods? You mean the developers?
Yeah. Yeah, they always refer to the gods in Zelda games, but they never really specify who the gods are. I mean, I guess we know about the goddesses, but like, especially Wind Waker's always talking about the gods. But they never say who they are, so I'm just going to take it as my personal headcanon that it's Miyamoto and Aonuma.
I was about to say Aonuma, Shiggy, and Iwata are the 3 gods that create Hyrule.
What about Koizumi? Doesn't he get to come to the god party?
He's like a lesser god.
No, he was one of the gods that created
Excuse me?
Termina.
Yeah.
Koizumi created Termina and the Koholint.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, bird time.
Yeah, I think this is the last time we use a Huey pair, so say goodbye to Scuttle here.
Ahoy, pair.
Say goodbye to Buddy Hackett.
Say goodbye to our buddy Scuttle. Just flies up and gets zapped by lightning.
Oh God.
Well, say goodbye, everyone.
Get that chest. Get that
Link
chest.
just throws up a salute while a smoldering seagull just falls into the sea.
And now it is time to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Another heart. I thought you said this wasn't 100% run.
Well, it's not 100% run. I'm just trying to get stuff that's like along the way.
Oh. You want Link to be as buff as you can be before you fight Ganon.
Man. It's hero mode, man. Ice to see you.
Uh-oh. Another one of these.
So this is an area similar to the one we were in before. We just got to look around and light all the torches.
This one is a big stumper.
Mm-hmm. What, did you have trouble with this?
Well, I mean, on the original version of the game, where the resolution wasn't quite as fantastic.
Yeah.
It could be a bit harder to make out some of the torches among the rest of the environment.
I feel like I'm pretty sure I struggled with that as well. Not to mention actually aiming these shots, which has never really been a strength of mine.
Yeah, like I think that one 1,000 miles away was... It was either that one or another one that was like hidden behind something that took me forever to find.
Yeah, and especially with the analog stick controls. Like here, at least you have the benefit of gyro to kind of correct your shots if they're a little off, but on the original version... Wait a minute. Something isn't right.
The secret is inside me.
It was you, Link, all along.
Oh.
Yeah.
All that for money?
See, some of these islands, like, the way they have the treasure chests, or the items allocated in treasure chests is kind of weird. Because it seems like... I guess you would have to premeditate coming here with a Huey pair to get the heart piece. But... I don't know, I feel like you have to do more to get those rupees than you would...
Yep. That was a fun time
piece.
as a kid, spending like an hour trying to find all the torches, and then finally getting my reward, and it was just a rupee to put in my full wallet.
Mm-hmm. Although the rupees were a lot more valuable in the original Wind Waker, let's be honest. Yeah, the HD version kind of... I don't want to say it broke the economy, because it didn't really have a great economy to begin with, but they just throw so many rupees at you. And add to that the fact that in the original version, every Triforce shard had a corresponding chart so that all of the 49 islands on the Great Sea had their own treasure you could dredge up. But in order to keep consistency with that in the HD version, they replaced the original, or 5 of the original Triforce charts with regular treasure charts that just lead to rupees. So technically there are more rewards you can get, but like you don't need that many rupees.
What they don't tell you about the Wii U, little known secret, is that it actually was too good for us, and that it crashed the stock market in Japan. The NASDAQ was destroyed after the Wii U came out. That's why it had to be discontinued. It was too strong.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair to Sony and Microsoft.
Yeah.
How could they hope to compete with Zombie U? Although I have heard that is kind of a cult classic, or it's kind of grown to become one.
I remember hearing it had some interesting mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Did it eventually get renamed into Zombie?
Well, yeah, when they ported it to other platforms that weren't the Wii U. Finally got my full moon pictograph there for the next time we head back to Windfall.
La Luna de Gordo.
Honestly, they should have just renamed it to Zombu.
Zombu.
Zobloomafoo.
Zombu sounds like some kind of like exercise routine you would do, like Zumba.
Yeah, like Zumba.
I was leaping around Hyrule one day. Leap.
Yeah, this game kind of reminds me of something that happened in Sabu Land.
Me and my friend Ricky, the kangaroo, were hopping around Hyrule.
Oh boy. Yeah, we got another Goron merchant here. This guy is going to give us the exotic flower for the sea flower. I think he's the only one who will give you the exotic flower.
Oh god.
I did a little bit of research into the trades. I don't think you have to get all of them in Zenari's store to get the all of the heart pieces in the game. But you do need to get the Shop Guru statue. And I don't show the entire trading quest in this playthrough because I mainly just wanted to fill out the inventory. But if you bring this guy a Shop Guru statue, which you get by trading the right items to the right merchants, he'll give you a piece of heart. So
right into that rock.
If you're interested, just trade around.
So how are you supposed to know where the Triforce charts are?
With the Triforce chart.
Yeah, the incredible chart that Tingle gave to you for the low price of, I think we already made this joke in a previous part.
Oh, so he gave you a chart?
Yeah, all of the treasure chart stuff I'm doing on the gamepad.
Oh.
Which probably wasn't the best decision for, a Let's Play, but I wanted to showcase the benefits of it by not aimlessly sitting around. Well, but you also get gyro controls if you use the gamepad.
They should have made this game like Star Fox Zero, where it's so interesting looking on the screen for the viewers at the exclusive expense of the person playing the game. It's just horrible to control.
Good.
But at least it makes it for a nice show for people that happen to be in the same room watching.
I will actually blame Miyamoto for that one.
Yeah, that was actually his reasoning for making the game horribly inaccurate for aiming and stuff.
He needs to retire after Pikmin 4.
Come on, Trey. You'll never find a more creative fellow than Miyamoto.
You're right. He is true. A creative feller.
Yes, I say that because for those who don't know, at least the last time I checked, Miyamoto's official position at Nintendo is listed as creative fellow, or some variation of that. And I just find that hilarious for some reason.
Whoa, hold on. He's limber enough to do a backflip?
Yeah.
Is he even human?
How long was he in that cell? He must have had plenty of time to, work out and...
Yeah, you know how, people that go to prison get super jacked? Because they just, spend all their time working out? He was spending all his time practicing that backflip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tingle is an ex-convict.
He's like Uncle Iroh.
Actually, Tingle isn't an ex-convict because we just freed him from prison. We didn't... The Windfall Island police didn't set him free. We busted him out.
Yeah, he's not an ex-convict. He's an escaped convict.
Yeah. So, yeah.
He's the Houdini of the high seas.
So that was it.
If Houdini just, instead of being magical, he just hired someone to cut him out of his ropes and stuff.
Yeah, because Houdini was magical in real life. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Real magic.
What are these guys telling you to do with that bottle?
To use it. Even though Miiverse is no longer operating.
I'm surprised. Because there was a contingent of 6 people that liked Miiverse. I'm surprised.
Come on, Trey. There were at least 8.
I'm surprised.
Literally dozens of us.
I'm surprised there wasn't a hack out there that allows you to get to a fan server.
Oh, there is for the Dreamcast servers now?
So it's like all like it's like illicit photos. Like there's no rules.
But see, the whole appeal of Miiverse was the people that just like didn't have a clue what they were doing, and just kind of like posting whatever came to their mind, and and you lose that if you get like a hack, because people who don't know what they're doing won't be able to find it.
Yeah, the only people doing it are the people who like really care about preserving that.
I would love if if someone thought that the Miiverse was kind of like the Wii U's browser, and like every time they posted, they thought they were doing a Google search, so you just get some like wild posts.
They'd never been on the internet before, and they thought that's just how it was.
I feel like I've seen at least one post on Miiverse like that.
This is from like the alternate universe where the Wii U was the most successful console ever created, and like everybody had one, and all these little kids grew up like thinking that Miiverse was the internet.
Oh man, I wonder if there's like a backlog, like a backstock of Wii U's somewhere, and they're like shipping them to like some like tiny like strange country that no one's heard of. And that's like the only console they have. It's like even more obscure than North Korea. It's just weird.
just a very small like undiscovered land where Wii U is like the basis of society.
Yeah, and like Splatoon 1 and Zombie U are like the biggest selling games there.
It's like how they still make FIFA games for the PS2, because like that like in Mexico or somewhere.
Goron.
Hey.
Oh.
Because people in like Mexico or something, like, or some country where game consoles and stuff are just horrendously overpriced, so people just still play the PS2.
Is it Brazil?
Maybe, I think it's probably Brazil.
I'm pretty sure it's in South America. There's at least one country where game console prices are just horribly inflated.
Yeah.
So they just still play the PS2, and they're big buyers of FIFA, so they're just like, you know what, we'll appeal to this market.
Well, if you had to have one console to take with you for the
Might as well be the
decades,
PS2.
Yeah. Anywho, more Triforce hunting in the next part. See you then.
Yep. See ya.